Good afternoon. Time to play some more Final Fantasy XIV. Take a break from doing other things. Hey Greg, how you doing? How's it going on this fine day? We'll get started in a minute. I'm just trying to get some other things just settled. A little bit more water in me. As well, probably have to do a lot of reading. Which is perfectly a-okay. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just transition over, so just bear with me. We are going to lose audio for a minute. And let me just get something straightened away. And there we go. Alright, so got control of everything? Yes, I do. Alrighty. Okay, so let's start by hitting the books. An unsettling change has come over Sharlayan, but together we will divine the underlying cause of the forum's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the counselors directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they're willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouting Sharlayan's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say that the progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day, but now I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside Numenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right, and you'll find the archives on the western edge of the woods. Well, there we go. And let's make our way over to the Numenon. Let's leave the hall. Yes. And we should be able to teleport though, no? Yeah. Edge. Studium. Astra. Wait. Yeah. Outside the Numenon. Whereabouts is that? Oh, that's all the way over there. Oh. Yeah, the studio is probably the best spot. Oh, I'm not attuned to there. Oops. That would be a problem. Hey, Hitten, how you doing? I did not realize there's one I didn't get. That's a big oopsie for me. So I should be able to make it there pretty easily, I think. Oh, it's an upper section. Hey, Laura, how are you doing? Here and to the left, they said. Oh, that's the aetheryte I wanted to attune to, though, no? I think. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Now attune yourself to all the Aethernet shards in Old Sharlayan. Now that I got that little puzzle done. Granted, I thought I got it done last time, but apparently not. Well, there's Krile. One more hour, then I have to work. They're letting us go early for the holiday. Oh, that's good to hear. Well, I hope you get a chance to put your feet up once you do get home. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of the Numenon, Sharlayan's grandest collection of books and tomes. Oh, I'm probably not going to want to leave here. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of Numenon extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls, the great Kubo library pale in comparison to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Sharlayan is free to enter and peruse its shelves. Well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I've dispatched Yistola, and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Elise and Alphno will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Sharlayan history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they found some promising tomes. Happy reading! Going grocery shopping after work, then have the weekend free. Ooh. Hey. Yay. Well, there's lots of sparklies here. Oh, I love how they did the floors. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, all these books. Oh, and they have little sections to say that shelves are empty. Oh, I want to stay here for a while. I definitely want to stay here for a while. The faded title on the spine reads Stewards of Wisdom. Read the book? Sure. During the chaos of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, Archon Yunkrep, founder of Sharlayan, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern Empty, instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Sharlayans took to heart the words of their savior, and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born of strength of minds rather than the strength of arms. With knowledge of economics became shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture became bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth in coin. And the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so is that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Sharlayan would live by their founders' teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would eschew the tools of war with knowledge deliver the world. Daikon, happy Easter to you as well. You missed this part? Is it just because of all the books, or is it just reading the different things, or what is it that is here that you do miss the most? I'd be curious to hear what you say about that. In the meantime, though, oh, even more books. Oh, can I'm stuck. It mentioned like only 3, but can I read the rest of these too? I want to read them all. Forever 20 Summers. Okay. My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your body as you should? I, too, engaged in such foolish practices, but one night, engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus do I share to you this mantra. I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19 or 23 or 40. Whatever age you are when you discover this manual, let that be the age you aspire to remain. Though mindful, healthy living, you will extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research. Another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truths you pursue. In the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, aetherological, and arcane viewpoint. The book is on the wrong subject. Search for works which contain details on the forum or mention the history of Sharlayan. But I know it's the wrong book, but I just want to read it anyway. I love reading the little books. I love reading all the different little things that they put in the lore. Blue covered book. The title on the spine reads an introduction to the heavens. Read the book? Yeah, sure. Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us to be a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. There are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Phalag who came closest to understanding the laws which govern the starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read of their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? Nice use of words. What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past? That their positions continue to shift almost impeccably but measurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars didn't drift further and further apart and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? This book is on the wrong subject. Search for works which contain details on the forum or mention the history of Sharlayan. But again, books. FFXIV is cram-packed with fun lore. I'm glad you appreciate it too. Oh, I love a good story. Huh? Don't rifling through the materials, are you? Yes. Oh. Unfortunately, I'm struggling. Oh, gosh, I didn't get to read all of it. Leatherbound tome. The title on the spine reads, A Voice of a Growing City. Read the book. Yes, please. What do you have to say? In the years which followed the founding of Sharlayan, a civic policy and their matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impactful. A large number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in the attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year 201 of the 6th astral era, it was ultimately decreed that Sharlayan would transition to a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from among their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the forum we know it today conceived and created. That was a good book to read, and probably... Is that it? No, there's got to be one more that I'm missing. I thought there was another one here. Maybe I'm not seeing it. Oh, there are some more. Good. Red cover book. What do you have to say? The title on the spine reads Roads of Old the Colony. Read the book? Yep. What does this one say? Many years ago, on the banks of the Thaliac, in the Dravinian hinterlands, a Sharlayan colony once thrived. The settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th astral era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in the structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students, hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Sharlayans. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Sharlayan colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Sharlayan, which led no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Sharlayan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idleshire. The following chapter is going to introduce the most prominent features of Idleshire. This book does not appear to contain additional information on the Forum or cover the history of Sharlayan Motherland in great detail, but it was worth the read. And then we have this last book, which is probably going to be it. Brightly colored book. Okay, when I think of brightly colored book, I think of more of children's books, things like that. This title on the spine reads The Story of Sharlayan. Read the book? Sure. Long, long ago, on an island of in the northern sea, lived a Rogadan man by the name of Nunkrep. Nunkrep was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he began to build a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for that imperiled realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters of the people drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Nunkrep's crew hauled them aboard his ark. But the danger had not passed. The towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Nunkrep wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop of Alabathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Nunkrep gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time became the city of Sharlayan we live in to this day. Okay, so it does sound like a children's book. I might have missed it, but did you watch the Endwalker trailer before I started? Yes, I did. That I did. I watched it. I want to say about 3 to 4 weeks ago now. That sounds about right, actually. I do hope to see if I can try to edit that video and just put it as a separate one, so that way if people just want to watch that, then they can in future. But that's going to be something I'm going to have to tackle on a different day. You've gained a fundamental understanding of Sharlayan history and the foundation of the Forum. Head outside to the rendezvous point and await your companions. Okay, so got all the books, which is good. Oh, I didn't even see this here. Oh. Are you? Is this a mammoth? Oh gosh. We apologize for the inconvenience, but the reference desk is currently experiencing an unusually high volume of requests. Please stand by until this issue is resolved. Yeah, you're definitely like an automaton or like a mammoth. And they remind me of the Guardians that are in Final Fantasy XI because the way they talked was a mixture of uppercase and lowercase letters. It was a little bit on the painful side to read that way, but yeah, that was definitely something that they've used in the past. But let me actually just adjust this a little bit. And there we go. So now what we can do is head back to the rendezvous point and see what else everybody found in the books. Oh, destination. Oh, okay. Well, this is nice. You could sit here and just relax. I like that idea. I really do. It's not Lalafell, if that's what you're wondering. Yeah, I do remember that particular location in Stormblood because I remember we spoke to... I think we climbed up there with Elise, and Elise mentioned a little bit more about it. Sorry, were you waiting long? Not that long. Hey, it's Raha too. I wanted to make sure that I borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alphanote and Krile should be along shortly. I was delayed in similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mentioned the final days specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangibly relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the time to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate. Plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, that would be glorious. Oh, I was always quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask them how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphino and I were to return to Sharlayan, we are not to be allowed across the threshold. Yes, he did disown them, and I'm still rather ticked that he did that. And as such, I'm not totally surprised that he was instructing the servants saying, hey, they can't even come into the state. It still hurts a lot though to think that they aren't even welcome, and I'm still struggling to determine why he would do that. I would think that it would have to be a really darn good reason. And the only one I can think of right now is that he's doing it to protect them somehow, but I just can't see as to how at this rate, but that's the only thing that sort of like pops up to me to realize as to why he's doing it. Imagine not only disowned by your father, but also expelled from the Din country. Yeah. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you ever been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? question. I don't know. We don't know that much about him, do we? Well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Sharlayan, yes, but I was born rather further away. Okay. In the southern reaches of Isambard, in fact. For generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, a coastal region opposite of the island of Thavnair. Oh. The Allegans founded the city in that fertile land and, by ship, brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mikote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Umbral Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they may prevent the remnants of Allegan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garleman renamed the region Locus Ammonius. But when I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. Oh. Neilvar and Darnus and everybody else. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Allegan civilization, yes. And so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allegan Eye is no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury all our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Allag. As the last child born with the Allegan Eye, I was given over to the custody of friends in the students of Baldessian, who had me registered as a Sharlayan citizen. Oh gosh. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Oh, even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louisois, was he not? Stories of adopted waifs and rescued orphans are more common among Sharlayans than you might think. Yet, regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, we outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. This is exactly why I have such a love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the Forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Elise. More company shall be arriving any moment now. I like the fact that they're actually giving us more lore for the area that Graha's from, like his circumstances, and just a little bit of information about the Isle of Corvos. I wonder if we'll be able to go there one day. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Oh, my heart goes out to Graha even more now, though, considering as to what he's been through. And it's just, I think, even more thankfulness that there were some people in Sharlayan, like even for the students of Baldessian, that were willing to take him in, and other waifs and orphans. found patrons, I guess, of a sort, with the Sharlayans and were able to have a better life, to be educated, to do all these things that they may have not gotten a chance of to do, where in the situations they were before. In my humble opinion, the thing I like most about Endwalker's characters is that the science with the least screen times get some really good development. I mentioned once that Urianger is my favorite, and Endwalker is definitely the reason for it. Okay, I will definitely keep that in mind. I've already seen a little bit in regards to Urianger already, and it seems like some other things coming up. And the Moonbrita is... The topic of Moonbrita is actually being brought back after being put aside for so long since, what, ARR? So it's nice to see that coming back, or just reaching back to that old plot point. I still wonder, and they're mentioning that her parents live here too, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to meet them at some point, and just that we have some closure. I think some appropriate closure for what happened to Moonbrita, to the folks who cared for her and are left behind, so they can try to settle things in a way. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, and just to double check with you guys as well, the audio levels are a-okay? I hadn't heard anybody mention anything, but just thought to ask. Just let me know. Oh, I can talk to them again. There are others better suited to poring over old history books, so I thought I'd try my luck with more recent events, if I can find anything to better inform the forum's baffling behavior. What else do I know about Corvos? Precious little, I'm afraid. I've not returned since Master Gallo first brought me here. Oh! Krile's grandfather. Ah, okay. I can tell you that the Corvosi rebels still seek to slip the yoke of their imperial masters, though the fighting is far less fierce as it once was. Oh, and they have carpets. Flying carpets. The legends are quite extraordinary. Oh, okay. Flying carpets. Okay, so we're dealing with stuff similar to Aladdin. Krile enough, no. We returned with our selections. Although I must say the pickings were rather slim indeed. Mistress Krile has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made the mention of them. As such, we'll be looking into research papers on the umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, may I ask you a few questions related to the final days? Sure, I'll do my best to answer them. I'm the only one who didn't witness the events of Amaros firsthand, and I fear I may be overlooking critical details. Again, sure. How can I assist? Give me 1 second here. My thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter at the final days drew nigh? What are my options? A complete destabilization of creation magics. Primals of unrivaled power were summoned from the ether. The worst kind of phenomenon you can imagine. A complete destabilization of creation magics. Things started to fall apart and they couldn't control their creation magics. I remember right. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe wrought havoc on all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. The more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the art's creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Y'shtola surmises that the closest known magic is that of summoning rituals, promulgated by the Ascians. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? The entire star was engulfed by disaster all at once. No. They say it began with a keening sound from the land itself. Alpha, no, you can answer this one. No, it was the sound. It was the sound that caused it. I remember hearing that. Hey, Willow. Oh, no worries. Happy to see you. Welcome, welcome. Ah, yes. The Amaratines spoke of it, didn't they? We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course, thrust as we were into the midst of madness. But it seems that each and every one of the catastrophes was preceded by this ominous noise. Eventually it resounded all across the star, and not even Amarat was spared. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive, and probably quite loud. By the way, my Nessie creature has a name. Oh, what's the name? What did you decide upon? I'll have to speak with one of the Numenon's mammoths and ask of any books which make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? They summoned Zodiark, they summoned Hyland, they knocked Dalamud from the sky. Well, they summoned Zodiark, and then you had some other people not really happy with things, and they summoned Hyland. So, summoned Zodiark. Yes, with Elizabeth serving as his heart. So many of them gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiark brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set right. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render unto Zodiark, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Vinat and her followers not manifested their opposition in the form of Hydaelyn. And thank you, both of you, for the dedicated review. I feel much more confident in my understanding of events. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Telophroi truly mean to do when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they are doing with those towers of theirs. It is forcing people to summon primals, a kind of catalyst? Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? That's a good point. Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash? But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but 'tis time we began studying these research papers. Definitely hitting the books now. Oh, Rain is a lovely name. Let's see. Rain. Oh, okay. Short but sweet. Like how the dialogue options they added for Shadowbringers and Endwalker can have you be a silly, forgetful goof. That's me sometimes being a little bit of a goof. Short for rainstorm. Yeah, I like that name. It's very short, sweet, and to the point. Finish this a little bit. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced 1 or 2 possibly useful books. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. If you recall, Urianger learned of the source's reflections from the Gurren oracles. Oh, yeah, that name was thrown around before. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed Africa and sealed away in the Great Gubo Library. It is even less likely that the knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yeah, when you confronted Master Foshna with knowledge of the Terralaphoroi and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us. Yeah, that was the thing that sort of got me, because you're saying, oh, we know as to if the final days were coming, we would know it. Okay, how would you know it? Obviously, there's something that they know that we don't. But I'm not quite sure exactly as to what that is. Or at least, not at the moment. Yes, it was. Yes, Hutan. Yes, yes, yes. It was thrown around once in Evan's word. But I remember it. Again, I remember stupid things. Oh, gosh. Which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it's being kept secret from the rest of the nation. This questions me, it just begs the question as to why. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. Yes, I gotta read too. In 20 seconds, remember something that one dungeon haven't heard. Well, in P5 Royal, Goro Kechi got his name from the Sherlock Holmes-inspired Japanese detective Ogoro Akechi. Ah, okay, thank you. Your labor for what feels like an age as Yustola's research assistant. Oh gosh. Okay, Krile. Save me from reading. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? I found things I mentioned to the forum and the history of Sharlayan. Oh, and a picture of it. Then that day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, Mammoth at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Yay! More stuff. Oh, right. Now, where do I go from here? Oh, Alice! A seat in the last stand. Oh, are we gonna go to the cafe? Ready for a tea break, Elise? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are beginning to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down at the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables and I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. Oh, yay. Can we get, like, maybe, like a little, like, half sandwich or something like that to go along with it? Oh, I would really like that. It also reminds me that I do want to go back to a cafe that I know of that's in town. I haven't been there for a little bit. They've got really nice drinks and pretty nice food too. And which one do I need to go to? Oh, Scholar's Harbor. That was it. Side fact, there's an anime, I believe, where Arsène Lupin's descendant is Kokoro's wife. Okay. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. And I do love the music here. Oh, where are they? Oh, I thought maybe we'd be sitting at a table. Or is there no free tables? As busy as ever, I see. How very Sharlayan that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? Will this get us into any trouble? We're supposed to keep our noses clean, right? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Telophoroi. We might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Elise is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. They're really hammering home this whole guiding people to locations thing. So to have our Akira Ren, who is Arsène, be rivals with someone called the Kechi. Ah, okay. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Wait, what? What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request you look elsewhere. Oh, you misunderstood us, sir. We're simply wondering if you knew of the Telophoroi. These enemies of the peace have promised an end to all we hold dear and... Wait, you're that House Leveilleux girl, aren't you? Oh, crap. Are we gonna be in trouble? I don't want to be kicked out, Sharlayan. Not just yet. And this woman with you is obviously a foreigner. I had heard you'd been disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims. And here you are giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I have naught to say to the likes of you. Ugh. Well, I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Elise. You are rude. Did I not make myself clear? Away with you and let me dine in peace. Okay, that was not very polite of me. That was not very ladylike. Got to go, sorry. Good luck with this quest. Oh, thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend, Willow. Take care. NPC follow happens, side quests as well, and continues through Dawn Trail. Do a throw it. Oh, yeah, that's true. Does that work? There's no snow around. Let's see. Throw. You hurl something at him. I wonder if it's like a tomato or something. Oh no, that'd be a waste of food. That'd be a waste of food. Where do we go from here? I hope you're going to be a little bit more pleasant. Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Oh, pray excuse the interruption. We were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Telophoroi and their unconscionable plans. Oh, my goodness, isn't it the young Miss Leveilleux? Oh, please don't be as rude as that other guy. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the Forum, and if word reached Master Forshno that I was helping you... I see. We're sorry to have bothered you. That's proving problematic. Very rude person. Can we talk to you? Can we get any information on you? I wonder. welcome, madam. What can I offer you today? A coffee and some sympathy. Maybe some information. Wait, is that Mistress Alizé I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Oh, meet Dickon, the owner of the Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion in between lessons at the studium. That seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing you and Master Alphino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything all right at home? No. It's complicated. And I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Levieux. No matter how discreet Master Fochno may have been, news of your family's doings never stays secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now of all times? We have questions, and only Sharlayan has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days? What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find. Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Sharlayan, aren't you? Yeah? Why? Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server with none the wiser. Oh, yeah, that would work. You just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're setting down the food, and you might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? Hey, if it gets us the answers we need, sure, I'm game. That's the spirit. Pay attention now, and I'll explain where each of these dishes need to go. Oh crap. Pen, paper, pen. Paper. Oh. There we go. Okay. Alright, I've got my pen, I've got my notebook. Tell me where things need to go. Oh, no, I don't want to skip the cutscene. The tea set is for the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. Okay. Tea. Group. By water's edge. The omelet is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting at an outside table with a friend of hers. Okay. Highlander. Outside table. Gisla. That won't work. You're already a world-renowned fish seller, so they will recognize you. No! No! But the thing is, so I only got 2 out of 3. I didn't get all 3, so what am I gonna do? Ah, shoot. Behind them, you should see Mikote gentleman. You ordered the oven-baked lobster. Sounds fancy. Oven-baked lobster. And it is Mikote. Okay. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. Oh no, I wrote it all down. I should be okay. All right, so let's start delivering things to people. I wonder if I have to do it in order. Oh, you are the chatty group? Yes, you're the chatty group. And you wanted the tea set. Oh, my tea set. Lovely, thank you. The Talafo. Who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practices of the sixth astral era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Can we save that for another time? And you wanted the omelet. Finally, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in. No time to waste. Okay. You seem to be a very energetic person. Probably pretty hungry too. What? The Talafra? Ah, yes. I remember seeing the name in the latest Gazette. That and some grand claim about the end of days. Some old, senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best to stay out of it, I say. The Forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. And you had the lobster. For being banter with a smile. You had the lobster. Oh, at last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. The final days? This is the first I've ever heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has rushed off his feet. It must be a busy time to be a gleaner. What's a gleaner? Oh, you don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world procuring things that we haven't got here in Sharlayan. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. No name for the folks who trail after the reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. Aye, by all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. If these Talafroi make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before. Not like this. Huh. So you have some gleaners that are gathering all sorts of different things. But it's more than before. And if the forum seems so they don't really care that much about the whole final days thing, why the heck I'd be assuming they're the ones directing the gleaners to start gathering all this stuff. You'd be thinking that if they're gathering all this, they're not as what they said before is not necessarily the truth. They are concerned about it, so that's the reason why they're gathering everything. Wonder what else they've got in mind. Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Oh yeah, I learned about gleaners. Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days, aside for whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the Forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, that cup of coffee I promised. Oh, yay. But let's enjoy our drinks somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle? Away from gossips and their wagging tongues. Now, can I make my coffee a mocha? Then that way I can have it with a little bit of hot chocolate. Yeah, that sounds a little weird and gross and all that sort of jazz, but sometimes I just find coffee to be a little bit too bitter. And that just sweetens it up a little bit. Well, this is a nice spot. I like this spot. But there's no... Oh, are we going to be sitting on the bench? Yes, this should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight. Oh, we're just sitting there. I thought we'd sit on the benches. Oh, that looks good.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Sharlayan?
Mm-hmm.
Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been, how being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Are those cleaners? Wow, that's a lot of them.
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
Labyrinthos? What is Labyrinthos?
A vast complex beneath the island.
Oh.
Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
Oh. Okay.
Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Yeah, that's what one person said.
They're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
That's an idea. So I guess we better hurry up and finish our coffee because we're not going to get a second cup. Shoot. Cleaners, aka warehouse workers that get to go outside. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to put it. A labyrinthine descent. Okay. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to the Numenon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back. Yeah, we always have to make sure we clean up after ourselves. That's the only proper way to do things. And so the Numenon was... It was at the studium and just run over there. Oh. I figure probably just running all the way over here would probably be better rather than just trying to bring out, trying to bring in a mount. I don't even know if I could. Welcome back, Elise. Been for a walk and clear your head, have you? We actually learned some things. And not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. Yeah, there's a lot of shipments going around right now. It makes sense. The Gleaners take the request directly from the institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo, it certainly gives the impression of an overreaching plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Y'shtola observed earlier, Numenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Elise and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayans know nothing of that particular period of Ancient's history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Telophoroi was wholly unlike the apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service of the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves. And if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. A fine idea. What should we expect down there? Anything would be better than burying my head in another dusty old book. What should we expect down there? We heard a little bit from Elise a moment ago, but anything else you can tell me? Oh, I would hate to ruin the surprise. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. Oh, but I wanted you to come along with me. You know, the sense of adventure. That would be of great help. Thank you, Raha. Let's head down the stairs over there, and I'll show you where the entrance is. Are they going to let us through? Considering as how secretive they are, and plus I'm an outsider, I can't really see any logical reason they would let me pass, because I don't think it's something that they would let anybody through. But we are helping Kyle and assisting the students of Baldessian, so maybe that's enough to be let us through. Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Follow Elise and try not to fall behind. Oh. Off we go then. Sure. Let's go. Hey! Follow, like, do /follow or something? I wonder. Oh, I can't. I tried and it says no, requires a valid target name. No. Okay. So we're just walking along with her. Now we run. Try to keep up. Sure. This is not too hard, actually. Keep to the path straight ahead. Okay, it sounds pretty straightforward. We cross this bridge. And where do we go from here? Up, I suppose? Or down? Up here. Okay, so we're going upwards. This isn't too bad, though, in regards to following her, so I just don't know as... Oh, the rostra, not far now. Okay. I just failed to see as to how it'd be difficult to try to keep up with Elise at this point. Because it's not like a very difficult sort of thing. Oh. Here we are. Through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. But she disappeared. How am I supposed to follow her? Oh. Map? Oh. Oh, that goes to this area here. Can I go through here or no? Will you let me? Oh, you will. Oh. Oh. This is a place in the trailer. Oh, so this is where they sit to discuss matters and to vote on things? Oh, wow. Oh, all the seats are put in. I can't sit down. It's rather neat, though. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that closer later. A room of no importance, surely. Oh, definitely. No importance whatsoever. There's nothing to do with the overall scope of the game. None whatsoever. Use unused assets. Oh, a chocobo keep. Okay, I'll speak to you. No, I don't want to have a chocobo porter, but thank you. Oh, everybody's here. Now, will we be able to go down? We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go. Sounds good. Is it raining?
Deep beneath the scholar's city
Oh,
shines
yay.
a false sun within
We're
a
at top.
fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
Oh, the sheep are so cute. Oh, they have little bells.
Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Northern Empty Labyrinthos. It's a shame that I came here at nighttime, though. It'd be cool to see, like, the whole thing in the day.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
I can't really tell.
I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh or no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Still? Well, Emmett said make more room if needed, right?
Aren't those people gleaners?
Well, they're all wearing the same sort of outfit, so maybe?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today.
Maybe they need to work with others in order to
Maybe, as you
do all the different
suspected,
jobs they need to
They
do.
are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
I want to talk to people. Carl, are you okay? Are you alright? What's wrong?
Did you call to me just now?
No.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
No. Let's not brush that off, please. Oh, come on. Let me talk to her about that, please. That's not right. Daytime music, it drives me insane. Nighttime music is good, though. Okay, so I should enjoy the fact that I'm here at nighttime. Okay. Rainy nighttime makes for an odd intro into zone. Yeah. Seems like I tend to find the times when things go odd. How big is this zone? Whoa. 3? There's 3 Aetheryte places here. Sharlayan Hamlet. Aporia. Oh my gosh, this place is massive. There's no crystal here, though. Okay, you guys are counting your stuff, it looks like. Who are you? Urinville? Erinville? You're here to help or give me more headaches. Because if you don't have the look of a gleaner and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Your exchange with Erinville has taught you about exhausted gleaners. Oh dear. Kiev? Let me think. 3 seeds should be item 1058. Human seeds 1059. Snurpleberry 1060. Or were they 1061? Oh, my head feels like it's stuffed with mocha grass. Why more loads to take out than to carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Kurthian carrots for the Garabanian carrots? What then? Your exchange with Tiev has taught you about large shipments coming in and out of Labyrinthos. If I'm allowed to fangirl, I'm just going to say that Erenfell is so gorgeous. Okay, now I'm curious. What does this guy look like that makes you want to fangirl over him? Oh, he looks okay, but it's really hard to see considering that it's nighttime right now. So maybe if I see him in the daytime, maybe I'll be able to see a little bit more of him. Dobbin. Similar to Dobby? You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books. And fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos, you know. Sort of tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion. Your exchange with Dobbin has taught you about taking stock in Labyrinthos. Okay, so we've learned a lot of stuff. Kicking my legs like a high school crush. Gray highlights in his hair and the yellow eyes. Oh boy. Yeah, it sounds like you're really fangirling over him. That's fine. Any luck, Elise? What tales did the gleaners have to tell? Taking stock, notes concerning the massive inventory operation that is currently underway in Labyrinthos. Large shipments, notes concerning the large quantities of cargo making its way in and out of Labyrinthos. And then the one about exhausted gleaners, notes concerning exhausted work causing accidents, such as a gleaner inadvertently freeing a pack of marmots. So this grand operation began without warning? And for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory elsewhere. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right. The form is definitely up to something. And they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. New Ethernet's destination is now accessible. The Hall of Artifice, Labyrinthos. Oh. Glorified Ratcatcher. We would do well to learn more of what, specifically, the Gleaners are being asked to do, as well as who has been tasked to do it. If you're game, Elise, I have an idea. Oh? Oh, I like this. I like this change. Question. Do they do this with other races as well? So, well, obviously the Lalas wouldn't be doing this, but for the other taller races, are they kneeling down just to have that eye-level conversation with Krile? Oh, I like this a lot. I like this attention to detail. This is great. Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, you might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms up on this gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. Oh, I get to speak to Arenville again. How to talk to a Lalafell PNG. Yeah, but I just like the fact that they did take the time to have the other races get down to the other person's level, especially if they're shorter, and just to talk eye to eye to them rather than like talking down to a person. It's not a heck of a lot, but the gesture is really, really appreciated, I know. And I'm just happy. Maybe I'm just overthinking this, but I'm really happy that they actually threw that in there. So let's talk to Daikon's crush. You wish to help me find the marmots. I've nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out the goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. The name is Erenville, friend. Specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Nagxian marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack. Gently, of course. I think it's supposed to be Hesh talking. I'll work my charm on the gleaner 1 feet from me. Yeah, I know, but it's just taking a look at it. It's just maybe... Okay, I'm just being silly and I was just gushing over something and totally not needed. I apologize for being a dumb-yetz. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot. Or you. Ah, I can take them down. Wait, what's that thing up there? I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. What is that thing that I'm seeing? What is that? Troll? That doesn't look like any troll I've ever seen. The forest. Oh, there's another troll, I think. I discovered a new location. Yay! Well, now I can have a chance to look further down, though. Oh, wow. What are those things that are glowing over there? Are those, like, barriers of some sort? Maybe they are. Oh. Oh. I don't like this music. I don't like this music. Apparently, if your character is a Lalafell, some NPCs kneel to talk to you as well. Really? Oh, I think that's cool. I like that idea. Okay, so where do I need to find these grizzled mice? Somewhere around here for sure. Oh. Why is this sparkling? Because it's working, I suppose? Okay, so where do I need to go from here? They said somewhere on this level, yeah? Oh, up there. Okay, okay. Search for the... Okay. Oh, and I might... Oh. And some enemies, too. Oh, coyote. Okay. Come here, sir. I will take care of you. But don't go after the mouse I'm trying to hunt. Oh. Another one? Mouse, you're mine. Derp squeak. Oh, fudge, I wasn't quick enough. Barely have you readied the sack when the grizzled mouse scampers off into the underbrush. Darn it. That's the music that drives me crazy. I must admit, I'm not necessarily a fan of the soundtrack. Maybe it's just I need a little bit more time for to get used to it, but right now, unfortunately, it's not for me. But I realize that is going to be the case with various tracks and music, so hey, I'll muddle through. Oh, there's the mouse. Hey, you. Are you going to do another one? Oh, troll this time. Well, thankfully you don't hit too hard. Well, granted, I'm also a higher level too. There we go. You guess scamper off? Squeak! Oh. Put you in the sack. Oh, jeez. The rodent nimbly evades your grasp before once more disappearing into the trees. This little mouse is becoming very, very determined to escape. Well, I can understand why. Oh, hello, Mr. Troll. Oh. Up here, I take it? Whereabouts are you? Oh. Oh, okay, so I have to go up another ridge. So I'll just go behind this guy, and there should be an area that I can go up. Oh, oops. I met a friend. That is fine. I will deal with you. It is a-okay. Well, that's not a-okay. Oh, okay. Had to be careful. I didn't want him to land on me. Just going on my little wolfie again. So somewhere up here? I guess? There's some more trolls. Oh, an aether current! Yay! So, where is it? Somewhere around here then. Oh. Trixie Mousy. Trixie Mousy indeed. Here. Let's get him in the sack and hopefully this works this time. Squeak, squeak. Squeak and squeak, squeak. More prepared for its speed this time. You succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Yay! We got the mouse, now we can go back to Erenville and let him know that we caught one. And hopefully that... I wonder if he'll manage to capture the other ones. I guess we'll have to get back to him and see what he says. Guys, I wonder when the Warrior of Light can continue helping with the ultimate weapon and my adopted kids. Warrior of Light chases a mouse for Phil Rescue. Yes, this is true. This is true. Oh boy. I think in regards to that, what I might do is I might do that at a later date, or I might try to do that one quest perhaps off stream. So in that way I feel I could better focus on it or not feel as stressed in doing so. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves one unaccounted for. Well, I got that one. The sack holds the plump, wriggling form of one greatly annoyed, grizzled mouse. Let's give this to him. And now he's done his task. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Ah, wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? What will you do with the marmots now? I want to ask both questions, though. Because we figured that the ones who probably asked them in the first place would probably be some folks associated with the forum. Who tasked you? I'll do that. Why, the authority in the charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity. The same officials who have had us working day and night as of late. The honorable members of the forum. Who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breathe, those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Elise. Oh, is this the gleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? Mm-hmm. The very same. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk anyway? Oh, I am Krile of the students of Bardessian, and these others are my associates. Truth be told, the forum's decision of late has not sat entirely well with us. That's why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing the decisions put into action, we might more fully understand the reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyways, duty calls, other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Oh, bye, Aaronville. You were cool. Hopefully we'll meet again. Did you learn anything new from your friend here? I learned a bit. With a mammoth walking in the background. So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the forum. However, the gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun. The forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Tlafroy made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners kept abreast of the news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus, I am inclined to trust their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives a distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it's hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Tolafroy's declaration was what set it all in motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. But for the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archeon? From there, we can reach the lower... Krile, what the hell's going on? That's the second time now. Krile, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archeon. We follow the path east through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse, or marmot, was it? Anyway, the trolls you need to watch. It's the trolls you need to watch out for. Oh, I fought at least one. So. Oh, I'm correct. In this part, if you had gatherer level max or something, you got different dialogue. Oh, that's cool. I like that idea. It's still ways off. We still need to do Omega before finishing Endwalker. Almost Crystal Tower levels of mandatory. Okay. And I want to assure you, to my recollection, that'd be the last solo duty for the Trials series. The rest should be trials with players. Okay. I have to head out for now. Enjoy. Oh, take care, Zakhan. Take care. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, so next... we have to head down this way. And see what else we can find. I do like the view at daytime though. It's... you can see a lot more. And I do like that. I just wish the music was a little different. But in any event, we soldier on. I'm just trying to put my finger on it as to why I'm not so keen on the music, and honestly, it's hard to put my finger on. I'm not quite sure. Oh! Oh, there's a crystal here. Okay, guys, just wait a second. Let me just attune to this once, and that way I don't need to worry about it later. Oh, I'm in the water. Oh! Oh. I recognize this track. Where do I recognize it from? Where's it from? Where is it from? Oh, shoot. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the mic. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I hate this. It was the one that I fought the Cacabrena at. That dungeon. I think it was that dungeon. Yeah, I think it's that one. me, it's totally the whistle instrument. Everything else for the song I don't mind. Ah, okay. Behold the Archeon. As Nomenon serves the Sharlayan's literary archive, so does the structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture too is similar. The building you see here is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as detailed records which describe them. In the manner of speaking, the Archeon contains a physical history of Sharlayan's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Deeper into the maze. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. The Annie Tower. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's... I remember that it was one dungeon. The first thing that popped in my head was the whole... the dolls that turned into the really big doll, the Calcabrina thing. Oh, oh, it's okay. I don't have to worry about that. So you want me to go inside? Oh. Oh, I need to speak to the custodian. Yeah. Greetings. We're here to peruse the Archeon's vaults. Oh, peruse? You are clearly not gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? Oh, we belong to the students of Baldessian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public? Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Okay, this is getting even more suspicious. Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? No. That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time, it'll be too late. We are so close to getting answers. Yes, we need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? Is there any other way down? Students of Baldessian. Oh, that doesn't bode well. That really doesn't bode well. But we are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. Is there another way, though? 'Tis likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to integrate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on one of the lifts. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of few strong backs to lighten their load. More lifting. Yay. go just ask around and see if anybody needs help. Okay. Anybody over here? No. Well, let's just use our lovely... Oh! Bone-weary worker. Hey, can I give you a helping hand? What's that? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now do I have finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a fellow cleaner heading out to the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever he's doing. Anybody else here? They told me to go that way, but it seems that they still want me to go this way? For some reason. Oh, the Muse student. Am I taking the lift? Oh, no, we're just students. They won't let us onto the Archean, even though we found. Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere, but it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Squeal, squeal. And did I just see that box move? Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archean is open again. Can I hook the box? First we thought it might have escaped from one of the research laboratories, but when we reported our find to the studium, they were just as dumbfounded as we were. Truly is a newly discovered species. We could have our names appear in the Gazette. Oh jeez. I didn't mean to hit my mic. I'm sorry. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Can I let it out? I feel bad. So where is this other gleaner? So I have to go somewhere around here, right? Oh, up this way? There we go. Aha. I found a way up the cliffs. So, where else? Oh, it's Erinville again. Hi. Quiet. You'll frighten it away. Frighten what? Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The Cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. Cloudkin? You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, and the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cry is distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with the sleeping dart. Oh, okay. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Okay. But I don't see anything from here. Search your surroundings for the hornbill. You may move your camera as well as zoom in and out. Target the hornbill and use the blowgun with right trigger or feet. Okay. Oh. What about you? Oh, you're the one I'm looking for. Oh shoot. There, got it. I think. You've sedated the wrong bird. Wait, but it's a caw-caw. Let's try this again. Search your... Yeah. Green bird. I thought it... Oh, you. Okay. Okay, it's that one. But I thought I hit the other one that said caw-caw. Yeah. Well, at least I got second try. That's one big bird. A very big bird.
A fair shot.
Yep, apparently.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
I like your voice.
There you are. Any new revelations?
I hit a bird.
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill.
That was a
I
task.
understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
That I don't know the answer to the question.
It's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Oh, further down.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers hand-picked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth.
Oh. That's interesting then.
Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
Wow. They take security that seriously.
Facilities
They'd have
subject
to.
Such strict security protocols possibly need with the hornbill. An experiment?
Maybe.
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
Migration?
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
But where to migrate to?
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans.
But you don't know
Our
the full
prime
information until they
concern is
tell
that
you.
our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Oh, take us down, please.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels.
You do that?
And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh.
Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
True. That wouldn't work.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
Have a safe trip back, K10.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength
Climbing?
and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Sure, I'm game. What's up?
This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
Oh, that'll work.
I never
That's
even
helpful,
knew
thank
such a
you.
place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
He's direct and to the point, but I'm fine with that.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Mm-hmm. Wonder what we'll find down there. I'm just really curious to see is what we're gonna see. Okay. So it's this way. Let me just take my lovely doggy, well, my rather lovely wolfie, and go this way. Oh, it's a fate. I don't necessarily want to join the fate though. Oh, we're not just gonna go in right away? Oh, we just have to talk here first. Okay. This must be it. The entrance to the mine shaft. It is faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures home there by the researchers, you think? Well, blabbering beasts aside, we would need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Oh! I was not expecting that. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, and I say we better head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again in the others and, at the end of the tunnel. It's okay. I'll rush on in anyway. Ooh. You're gonna see some spiders down here? Maybe? Possibly? For sure? Oh, oops. Oh, go straight in a way. Oh. I wanted the jump button and obviously I didn't get that. Oh. hostile presence. That's never a good thing. Well, they're done. So now we go this way. A little bit hard to see. No, maybe he'll leave me alone. Maybe? Maybe? Yes, he will. He will leave me alone. And what do we see here? Oh, more friends. And it'll just be this last one here, and that'll be that. Now, which way do we go? Oh, so down and around. Yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's really dark in here. Well, considering it's a cave, but really shouldn't be surprised. I like the music that they have in here, though, compared to what they had on the previous level. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least. And as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Which is where exactly? Oh, all the way over there. Well, we're starting to see different monsters here too. Oh, do I need to go up there? It says... No, it says down, so I think I should be okay. Because if it said up, then I'd probably want to go the other way. Or I could be wrong in that I have to... Oh, Oh, mandragoras! Oh, they just look like, stray egg, stray queen. Oh, shoot, like the ones in the Hildebrand storyline. Had the queen and you had like a eggplant and a bunch of other ones. Oh, well, they weren't kidding when they said agriculture. Oh, grapes. A little weird. Pumpkins? Now I know where we are. This is my old, aeronomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Foods so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed. Mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet the workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. It is possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. Welcome back! We saw grapes, and pumpkins, and some other lovely little things. There is no aetheryte here, though. Nearest aetheryte was back up there, so there's none down here. Well, there's one over here, but I don't think I can get there. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, with the use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? Oh, we went through the caves. The mine shaft, you say? Hell, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us feeling orderless. It's a mom long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we'd be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, isn't it? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Again, it's giving more credence of potentially a migration of sorts. But my question then becomes, where are they migrating to? Oh, what crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given it's native to a particular locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region south of Islabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. Used to be called Corvos before the Imperials renamed it Locus Emeritus. Oh! Where Graha's from? The forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in syphilis and cultivation. Oh, the grapes. Oh, this is a story you guys were telling me about before regarding the grapes, right? These don't look terrible. They're not great, but they don't look that bad. And I think I better move, otherwise Midi is going to toast the grapes. Which I don't think anybody would want that. Overwhelmed labor. Oh no. Do I have aught to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some have been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop that hill over there. But tiling the lot up that slope was a job and a half. These are the replaced versions. In fact, patch the polygonal grape set. Aww. I guess I can only look in the internet to see as to how those grapes potentially look before. I will have to check. Straight Corrigan, straight tomato. Oh, no, tomato, I'm not going to squash you today. Which way am I going? Am I going up? If I am, I don't know where. Okay, I have to go back around. At least according to what the map says. Silly me and not looking very closely. Anything else around here? I still think it's a really cool view. Very high walls, too. I wonder if... Oh, I can't really jump over there. I wonder if I could fly over there. But I probably won't get flying unlocked until, wait, after all this is done. They wouldn't make it that easy, I'm sure. And they probably wouldn't block it just behind flying. That doesn't really make sense. Oh, stacked boxes. Oh, these are pretty flowers. Those are really pretty. They're white. I don't think I've ever seen flowers like this before in game. Those are unusual. Oh, I wonder what they're called. The labels on these crates tell the story of their contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports. Correct. This is zoned in 2 halves, so you won't get flying until very late in the expansion. Okay. Yay, let's focus on the flowers. Yeah, they were pretty.
Hard to look away, isn't it?
Oh, hey. I recognize that voice. It's like Artbird's voice, though.
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
Art blooms.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance,
They look white to me.
mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Sharlayan at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration.
Yeah, that'd do it.
As an
Everybody has
avid
their own names
botanist
for it.
myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
That is no importance, surely. Yeah. They're pretty though. I like them. I like to. A Toya's theme. This one.
Have you learned aught of interest?
I found flowers. They're like mood rings. Living mood rings.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings?
Mm-hmm.
Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
Krile?
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
Now everybody's kept in the dark.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
Would that do any good, though? Hmm? Right? Or something else?
Isn't that the entrance to the Archaeum?
Oh. Oh, Erenville.
Look,
I think.
there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Mm-hmm.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
Yeah. That would make sense.
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
That's rude.
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice.
Oh gosh, I hope not. I wouldn't want to get him into
If
trouble.
you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
But I want to
We
ask
can
nicely.
apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
Those are dangerous words, Alize.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
What's going on with Krile?
Krile?
He's like lost in thought.
Yes, that certainly sounds like a plan. I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, what the heck?
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Again, what's going on with Krile?
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Reach who? I'm so confused. I'm very confused at this point. Okay, now where? Oh, Yashola. Okay. Is Krile still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarries slip away. I'm worried about you. Erinville was headed westward towards the path outside the Archeon. Come, we can still catch him. Okay. Whereabouts are we going? Oh, all the way over there. Okay, so... Well, it says we need to go down, so why not go down? And... That's this way. Oh, there's Y'shtola. Request you may finish depending on your intense stream time. Yeah, my stream end time is about a little less than half an hour. So we'll see what we can do. Hold a moment, I have an idea. If memory serves, the colossal wall-like structure is the Logasun Beta, one of the Labyrinthos climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, which one could access the upper or lower tiers. Aye, if I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. But if we happen to even find Erinville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Graha and his Spanish spell were here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Oh? What are you doing? Hippity hop, my little toes. Oh gosh, no! Yes. I'm a frog? I'm a frog. Unaccustomed to transfiguration, worry not, it will wear off within the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erinville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. And, what am I to do in the meantime? Oh, wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you would likely to be to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Oh, poor Krile. Which reminds me, where the creature's hereabouts. In that form, you are essentially defenseless. You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with the quest's objectives. You will return to your transfigured status if you move too far away. Look to your map for the transfiguration's area of effect. Speak with Y'shtola to restore or prolong the transfiguration. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alfie Toad. Alfie Toad and Allie Toad are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with your quest objectives. Oh. Oh. Okay, oh, that's a big, huge range. Ooh, there. Okay, so it's not that far. Oh, but I can't even speed it up right now either. Probably sticking to the roads would probably be best. Oh, there's enemies nearby too. Oh, go this way maybe? Yeah. Oh, there's more toads. Almost there, I think. How are we gonna talk? Discuss your surroundings. How? We're all toads. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit? Alfie Toad attempts and fails to shake his head. But you nevertheless understand that he is telling you this is the wrong way. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Ali Toad turns to face the north. Perhaps she's suggesting you should cross the bridge. Okay. And up north? It seems. Lots of monsters around here too. Oh, there. Fantastic. So it wasn't that far. Oh, there they are. Good thing it's raining right now, so we don't need to worry about drying out. Can we hear from here?
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
How many more tasks would be asked to do?
Another lengthy list.
Are you going to
If I
ask?
may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands.
Mm-hmm.
We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
Thank you for speaking up. Now, how much can you say? Or will you be willing to
In an
say?
age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty.
Okay.
And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Just like what we heard before, her little snippets at
I will
least.
do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
Oh, got some information. We're just 3 frogs. 3 toads going for a stroll. We're just 3 toads. That's all.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
He
While
knew.
I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart.
You knew!
Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Okay, I like you. Can I see more of you, please?
Wait! How did you know it was us?
That's a good question.
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Why am I not surprised? Oh my gosh. I like Erenville. I like him. He's cool. He's very honest and forthright. I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seems inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps, we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle. This momentous day the forum agent mentioned. Sharlayan has called to action, and the Telefroy's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention Eorzea's request for aid. Wonder what it is, though. A guide of sorts. But what duty could warrant the direct involvement of the forum in the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Krile for the moment, see what they have to say to think of this. Now let's head back to Y'shtola and Krile, see what they say. I'd be curious to hear what piece of information they have to pass along, or think of what we're going to tell them. It's a shame though that Raha couldn't be here with us on this journey. I'm sure he would have been interested to see all this. I wonder if he would have remembered anything with Corvos. Well, he probably was seen all this before. Because a lot of the stuff was open to the public before, right? So maybe he has seen this. A bunch of these areas previously. I wonder what he thought. But a chance to be turned into a toad? Oh, he missed a really cool opportunity. Although doing so with Alfie Toad and Allie Toad was pretty cool too. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville then? Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's back to this music again. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Krile and then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm. She was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decides to wander. Hopefully we can find her relatively quickly. And then from there, we'll figure out what the next plan of action is going to be. Oh, it's up there, right? Can I get up there from here, or do I have to go around? Yeah, I have to go around. That's a little frustrating. But it's a little running around that I have to do nonetheless. Well, thankfully, running on mounts makes it slightly quicker. Not the greatest of things, but at least a little bit quicker. And it was somewhere around here, was it not? Yeah, there she is. Oh, she's right by the flowers. You're right. She was right. They don't look as glowy as before, though. What is it? You said almost before. What's going on? You shouldn't pick flowers. Hmm?
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
See? What's going on?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course.
Vana, right? Or Island, or whatever her name is. Wait, should I call her Vana or should I call her Heidelin?
Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance.
Okay.
Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you.
Oh?
Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will.
I'm hearing the melody of answers again.
That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy, surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
Oh, Krile.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away.
Did you hear all that? Were you listening?
My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos,
That's what was bugging you. Okay.
Straining to reach out.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
With my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower.
Okay, but what purpose does it serve exactly?
Yes, we are definitely making progress. You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Oh geez, now what? Elise, your voice is rather loud. Oh gosh, are we being arrested? Or no? Now what?
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Oh gosh, not this music.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
Well, yes, we're helping.
We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian.
Oh, that guy from
A
earlier.
group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
What? We weren't doing anything wrong.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities.
All we were doing was asking. We didn't do
Our only
anything.
purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
Mm-hmm.
It is not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion.
Again, we did nothing wrong.
And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
Nobody saw that save for me,
The
Hiten.
Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city.
Oh crap, we could be
As for
kicked
your
out.
absent companion, he has already been detained.
Raha.
Graha! But why?
Yeah,
Is
he was reading.
a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Oh, freaking hell, Graha, you got yourself caught. Ah. Damn it.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse.
Mm-hmm.
Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Sounds like a plan. Damn.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
Allow me to plead my case.
But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
Oh, so now I get to go to that area that I wandered into before. Yeah, I only hit the bird once wrong. One. That was incorrect. That was it. Oh, I just like the daytime view here. Daytime view is actually nice too. Oh, we're all sitting here now. Haha.
Forgive me. I was careless.
Okay.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together.
Please say you found something good.
I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
I hope to gosh you found something. Oh. I hope he dishes.
Come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect,
I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work.
I can't roll my eyes hard enough. Really, I can't.
They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian.
Oh,
But these
jeez.
malcontents
We're
are
not
betting
malcontents.
as Messiahs of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh my gosh, we're not malcontents, really.
These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name
Oh.
of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
We now can see her with her hood on. She's so adorable.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Ouch.
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
Oh, what are your findings?
The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
What?
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, There is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene.
Oh.
But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
Okay.
You found something, did you not?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh so important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Wait, what? What? Why stop talking? No, keep on talking. It looks like someone silenced him.
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore.
They're being silenced?
Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Trailer reference!
Do as you must, then. But
Trailer
we Scions
reference!
will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Hello, trailer references. He said the thing.
Such misguided zeal.
No, it's not. You need to bring light to whatever you got hiding in the dark.
Father, Master Fortuno.
Yeah. Keep emotions out of it.
To understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Who are you?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Oh.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
By their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given?
I like him.
Now, if we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Mm-hmm.
Order! We will have order!
We have another ally.
Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will
So we're
also
kicked out for now.
refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates.
Well,
let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
it's not going to be in our favor.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
Well, this opened the door for us to
Honored members, I
go
thank you
back.
for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
To head back to Thavnair and to deal with the tower there and other stuff that's happening in Thavnair. That this gives us options to do so. Glad to see we have a friend of in Montaigne though. But I think with this though, we will have to end the stream for today. Unfortunately I don't have any more time to do the last quest. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city. And our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the form discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of the substance here in Sharlayan. Again, this does leave the door open for us to going back to Thavnair, so that is good. But I just wish I knew more as to what the heck they found or what they learned in the ethereal sea that caused everything to go into motion. I've got some thoughts, but they're not enough to try to explain right now, because they're just vague feelings at this point, nothing really concrete that I can really feel the theory behind, at least at the moment. So what we'll do is we will end the stream for now though, and we will reconvene next week. So thank you everyone for stopping by today. I hope it was a lot of fun for you too. I know I really enjoyed myself. We'll begin again with the next quest here next Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern as per usual. If you do want to join in for Trails content, I'll be resuming that back on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to join in for that, feel free to do so. And I have some videos coming out on the weekend, so I hope you enjoy those too. So have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And I will see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.